Money and gene keys. Let's talk about it. This is important to understand because not everyone wants to be a bajillionaire. Okay. And each one of us has a different relationship with money, and money plays a different purpose in each of our lives. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Hello, if you're new here, my name is Ebony. I am an empowerment coach. And on this channel, we learn about human design and gene keys in order to reclaim our power, prioritize our pleasure, and create the freedom we desire. My readings are open. My human design and gene keys readings are open. So if you would like to go deeper into this, then click the link in my description box to check out the different readings that I offer, because I have added some new reading options. So with that, let's go ahead and jump right in. So the line of your pearl, your pearl in the gene keys system is essentially your point of magnetism. And I have a whole video on the pearl sequence if you want to check that out. But we're specifically looking at your pearl, the sphere of your pearl, which is your conscious Jupiter. And this line, the actual line on your conscious Jupiter, so the number behind the decimal point, this shows you what prosperity means to you, what the purpose of money is in your life, right? It shows you how you feel about money and what it does for you. And this is a natural representation of who you are. If you had, just an abundance of money, if you had all the money in the world that you desired, this is how you would respond. This is how you would show up, how you would represent yourself, assuming that you were in alignment, right? So what you want to do with this information is let this be something that you dedicate yourself to. Let this be the goal. Let this be what you strive for, because this is going to be what is most aligned for you in terms of money. That's getting money, receiving money, making money from your job or whatever. The theme of whatever the line of your pearl is, that's really what you want to have at the forefront of your mind when it comes to money. So if you have a one line, then for you, money is all about simplicity, right? Money really isn't all that important to you. Money is not a huge thing in your life. For you, it's about creating. You really just want enough money that will allow you to live a simple life, that will allow you to do the things that you love, that will allow you to create, that will allow you to learn and research and bring things into fruition that you want to do, right? Money is a means for you to be able to keep creating the things you love. It's really a means to an end for you, right? So what you want to do is dedicate yourself to a simple goal. And this is going to allow you to see what's actually important to you and what isn't important to you, right? So you don't want to get caught up in everyone else's idea of what's the perfect amount of money, what should you be making, what should you be charging, blah, blah, blah. What do you want? What is your simple goal for money? Right? It could be $5,000. It could be $1,000. It could be 10,000, whatever it is for you. What is that number that's going to allow you to live the simple life that you desire? What is the amount of money that's going to allow you to just be and exist and create the things that you want to create in the way that you want to create them, right? You also get to show people the magic of living a simple life, of just simply devoting yourself to the things that you enjoy, to the things that bring you pleasure, right? You don't need all the bells and whistles and all these things. That's great if that's for you, but if it isn't, there is another way. And that is what you get to show people through your relationship with money. If you have a line 2, then your theme is all about recognition. And this is because the 2 line needs to be called out. It needs to be called out for its genius and for its brilliance, right? So the things that you're good at, your gifts, your superpowers, they make you stand out, because from the outside looking in, they look very natural and they look very effortless when you're doing them. Even if they aren't actually natural and effortless, the way that you do it makes it look that way. So it's really important for you to learn how to receive. And you do that through allowing yourself to be recognized. It's very much this idea of, I'm doing this because I enjoy it, because I'm good at it. And people want to pay me for it. So it's becoming comfortable with being recognized and with receiving through that recognition. It's becoming comfortable with, I get to receive simply because I'm good at what I do. and this is what I've chosen to do. And that is enough, right? So the challenge of the 2 line is really learning to become comfortable with receiving praise, receiving recognition, but also receiving money. Money is the way that you are recognized. So it's important that you dedicate yourself to the goal of getting comfortable with this. Because if you, the thing that happens a lot with 2 lines is that you kind of close yourself off. You close yourself off to being recognized and receiving for the things that come very naturally to you, just because they come very naturally to you. And you think, oh, well, no one's going to pay me, to do this thing. Anyone can do this thing. When in actuality, no, everyone can't do that thing, right? But because it comes so naturally to you, you assume that anyone can do it. So you don't allow yourself to be recognized for it. You don't allow yourself to receive for it. So part of your challenge, part of what you get to dedicate yourself to, is getting comfortable with receiving money, receiving recognition, receiving praise, all of the things. Okay. So what you want to do is find the people who know you and you know them at a soul level, and keep those people around, right? Allow them to recognize you, allow them to praise you, and use that to fuel your ability to receive from everyone. Okay, hope that makes sense. Line 3, if you have a line 3, then your relationship with money, your theme, is really all about celebration. Okay, you love life. You love to have fun. You love to entertain. You love to be entertained. You love to experience. The 3 line is always and forever going to be about experience. It's about loving life. It's about experiencing all that life has to offer. YOLO is literally the mantra of the 3 line. You want to get the most out of every single moment of your life. And for you, that is what money is. Money is a means to be able to experience all the things, to do the traveling, to eat the amazing exotic foods, to go to the amazing, fantastic parties and go on yachts and things. That is what the 3 line wants in terms of like the relationship with money. It's to celebrate, it's to live life, it's to enjoy, and it's to experience, right? That is the sole purpose for you, for money in your life. It's to allow yourself the opportunity to celebrate and experience life. So dedicate yourself to sharing your love of life with others in creative ways, right? Because that's what money means for you. It's a way for you to experience. So when you are experiencing these things, share them with the people around you. Share what you're experiencing. Share how it's going. Share what it took to get there, right? And this can actually be a way for you to bring more money into your life, because people love to see, I love day in the life videos. I love day in the life videos. Don't ask me why, but I do. I love watching rich people do rich people shit. I love it so much. So if you have a 3 line, you really are here to share your love of life, share your experiences, and do it in a really creative way. Celebration, and this is really important. If you have a 3 line, do not let anyone shame you for the amount of money that you want to create or the amount of money that you want to bring in your life. Okay, because celebration of this magnitude requires a steady flow of money, right? It just does, especially in our society. You need a certain amount of money in order to experience life in a specific way. So what feels like the most exciting way to receive that? And tap into your authority and your strategy here, of course, but really think about that. What is it that you want? What is the amount of money required for it? And what feels like the most aligned way to do that? And fuck what everybody else says. I really don't care. I don't care. And I say this with all the love in the world. I don't care what other people think about how much money you want. I don't, because there's so many different things that could be, they could be out of alignment. There could be some jealousy there, right? There could be some fear there, because money brings up a lot of fears for people. But if this is your line and this is the theme of money for you, allow yourself to want what you want, regardless of what anyone else has to say about it. Because at the end of the day, this is your life, not theirs. Okay, so I'm getting off my soapbox now, but I really feel like that needs to be said. Again, If you're interested in diving deeper into your Gene Keys profile, your human design chart, or both, then make sure you click the link in my description box to check out my readings. My readings are very extensive and in-depth, and they include not only private Voxer coaching with me, but some of them also include private Zoom calls now. So if you're interested in that, the link is in my description box. Okay, line 4. If this is your pearl line, then your money theme is charity, right? You love using your life force to help other people. You love to serve. And for you, that's the foundation of what money is for you in your life. It's a means to help people. And this doesn't always mean that you're, giving all your money away. There's so many different ways that you can be of service, right? You can be of service through action. You can be of service, through words, through your actual job, like, things like this. And it can also be through money, but I don't want you to think like, oh, I have to give all my money away. No, you don't. You can also, use your time, use your time to serve, right? So this is really the foundation of the 4 line. The 4 line wants to connect. The 4 line wants to share what it has mastered with others, right? And another intricate part of the 4 line is this deep sense of gratitude. And this makes you very magnetic. You kind of have this underlying sense of gratitude that kind of follows you throughout your life. And money allows you to more deeply serve and touch the lives of others, which just brings you more things to be grateful for, right? So with this line, if this is the line of your pearl, you want to dedicate yourself to service. Yes, you will attract money to help others, but there are plenty of other ways to be of service. And I don't want you to think, now listen, I don't want you to think that just because you have a 4 profile line as your pearl, that you're only going to be serving other people and you're never going to do anything for yourself and all of your money is going to go to charity. And no. That's not what I mean. Money for you is a means to help others. That could mean that money allows you time freedom to, volunteer for the charities that you love. That could mean money allows you the ability to build houses in, I don't know, where do people build houses? I don't know, Barbados. I don't know. Wherever people build houses, that's where we build houses. It doesn't mean that you just constantly have to live your life making other people happy. No, it means you get to serve. You get to touch the lives of other people in whatever way lights you up, makes you feel good, makes you feel fulfilled and aligned. That is the purpose of money. It's I bring in this amount of money every single month so that I can spend my days helping others in the way that I want to help them. And it's not dictated by the amount of money that I have or don't have, because I have more than enough to do exactly what I want to do, right? So really, what you want to ask yourself if you have a 4-line pearl is, how do you want to give back to the world? How do you want to be of service? How do you want to touch the lives of others? And allow that to be your driving force for money, for the creation of money, for the receiving of money, for the spending of money, all of it, okay? The 5 line. Now, I love this line. I'm a little bit biased because this is actually the line of my pearl. So if you have this line as your pearl, then your theme with money is power. And this is, I don't want to say it's a heavy line, but it is a line that holds a lot of responsibility. And we've talked about a lot. If you've seen any of my other, 5-line profile videos, the 5 line has this projection field. Okay. People come into your energetic space and they just feel like you have the answers to their problems. They expect you to solve their problems because they just feel like you have the answers. For some reason, they look to you and you're like, they can solve my problem. They know what to do, right? And people come to depend on you because you have this line. And it's even more true when it comes to the pearl. Because of this, you have a greater responsibility and you have a greater impact than most of the other lines. And this impact is going to come from empowering other people. For you, money is power. It is the ability to create change. It is the ability to shift paradigms. It is the ability to revolutionize, to change, and to craft something that is completely new and that is going to bring goodness and equality to everyone, right? The reason, and Richard Rudd says this in his book, that the 5 lines, the people that have the 5 line in their pearl are the ones who have the potential to make the most amount of money. And the reason for that is because the change that you are here to make, the change that you are here to create and to impress upon the collective is going to require a large amount of money. It's going to require you to make a lot of money because you're here to make a lot of change. And it's about the equal and fair disbursement and distribution of it. The 5 line pearls are really like the modern day Robin Hoods, right? Stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. Only I don't recommend stealing. You don't want to do that. But it really is this energy, this feeling of it's up to me to change the world. And I feel this on such a deep soul level, and it's part of the reason why I've been, up leveling my branding and my message and my videos and all of these things, is because I feel this so deeply. This is the base and the foundation for everything that I'm starting to create. Power, your power, the power of everything, our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, our emotions, all of these things. So if you have a 5 line pearl, dedicate yourself to your vision, dedicate yourself to your impact, and dedicate yourself to the actions that need to be done in order to make those real. The challenge of the 5 line is expanding yourself, expanding your belief to hold this vision. Because if you have a 5 line pearl, chances are you have a big vision. And a lot of the times we need to expand ourselves to be able to hold that vision, which is what I am currently in the process of doing. So this is really about change. It's about power. It's about impact. It's about equality and fairness and creating something where everyone is able to thrive instead of just trying to survive. Okay, so that is the 5 line. Very passionate about that. Okay, so finally onto the 6 line. So if you have a 6 line pearl, then your theme with money is nature. And the thing that's very unique and special about the 6 line is you kind of exist in 2 places at once. So you are able to be very present and in the moment and see things the way that they are now and hold reverence and gratitude for the way that they are now, and also set a vision for the future. You're able to see the potential. You're able to see what life could be and set a vision for that, while at the same time being able to remain in the present moment and have gratitude and reverence for that. So it's this kind of dichotomy of seeing everything perfect seeing everything perfect the way that it is, but knowing and understanding that there's still so much work to be done, right? So as a 6 line, you hold the vision of a better world, maybe one where money isn't even needed anymore, right? We've evolved past it, or we've got some other new system of, exchange or whatever. You're able to see that vision. You're able to see the vision of a world where people are living out the vision of the 5 line, right? So the 5 line is the implementation of the vision, and the 6 line is the one who can see it. It's tangible for you as a 6 line. Like it's being implemented by the 5 and you're able to see it as a 6. So for you, money is balance. It allows you to be in the world and do all the things that you need to do to survive and to thrive and want to do, and also be on the forefront of shepherding in a new future, to kind of be a beacon of this new way of being, of this, future, of this, this new world or whatever, right? And for you, that's what money is. It's a means to exist. It is a means to just be, to see the world exactly as it is, and to move with the world and expand with the world, because nature is constantly in expansion and growth. The trees, flowers, like everything in nature is constantly growing and is constantly growing and expanding. And if it isn't, that means it's dead, right? So for the sixth line, it's really always about balance, this constant growth and expansion, right? So dedicate yourself to learning to trust yourself, learning to trust the universe, and trusting in the present moment. Dedicate yourself to remaining present while also seeing the vision, seeing what could be, and allowing money to support you in that, right? You have a baseline, a fundamental understanding that we are just drops in a bigger ocean, right? I think, someone at some point in history has talked about the hubris of humanity, the hubris of mankind, right? We think we're so important, when in actuality, we are just specks of dust, right? In the grand scheme of, the universe. And you understand that so completely and fundamentally. So that is the lines of the pearl, the sphere of your pearl. That is your relationship to money, what money is for you. I hope that this was helpful, right? Again, my readings are open. So if you are interested in going deeper into your specific chart, into your pearl, into your gene keys, into your human design, then click the link in my description box and book a reading with me. And I will see you in the next video.